What's up, YouTube? It's Mike here, back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed that last video of my tour of Global Fish Co. I had a really good time, and there was a couple fish that I got that I didn't show you guys in that video, so I'm going to show you guys in this video today. But before we get into it, I ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell for notifications on the channel. And if you like the video, please like the video. So I got two different fish on my trip, and both of them are pretty special. So I'm going to show you one right now, and then I'm going to show you the footage of catching the second one after that. So let's get into the first one right now. So the first new pickup is being quarantined next to my phantom red-tailed catfish that I got from Predatory Fins. So I divided them off because this little guy, obviously he has grown quite a bit because he's like barely fitting into his PVC already. This little guy is super aggressive. I had to block them off. He actually, one of the suction cups holding my divider came free, and he just sits there and like bullies it around and pushes it around. It's crazy to watch. He's definitely a very interesting personality for a red-tailed cat. But anyway, so what I picked up from Global Fish was this baby Paraiba catfish. I'm really excited about him. I've never kept one before, and I'm interested to see how he develops over time. Very good eater, and yeah, just a little tiny guy. I'll put some clips here of when I first picked him up. His streamers and his whiskers have grown out like crazy since I got him. They were very short, obviously, from being with other fish and from the netting process and stuff. They're pretty delicate. But as you see, they are crazy long already, and he is super active. He's got a fat little tummy. He ate pellets immediately for me, so he's been eating a mixture of different types of pellets and a little bit of tilapia here and there to keep him nice and full. So yeah, I wanted to show him off. He is definitely going to be a special catfish. Okay, but the really important one, this next pickup, I'm going to show you guys. We caught him, and well, actually Ryan at Global Fish caught him and boxed him for me, and it was it's kind of cool to see. So I'm going to show the footage of catching this guy. I could not resist, and some of you guys who have been following me for a while know that I had one of these guys, a smaller one, maybe about a year ago or so now, and I ended up having complications with it a couple months in. I never talked about it, but I lost him to a swim bladder issue after moving him upstairs to a tank that I had upstairs, and the tank ended up blowing out anyway. But that's a long story. I never got into it, and I really don't even want to talk about it, to be honest. It was a huge loss for me, and I said I wasn't going to get one again, but Ryan offered me a great deal, and I couldn't pass it up, so I got another one. So here we go. I'm going to get right into the footage. I cannot resist. It's very unfortunate.
No, I couldn't do that. Every time I want this big Godzilla, it's like my big enemy. That's like this big. I think it's a big deal.
I love that polycarbonate stuff.
Dude, I like the flat stuff, like the...
Yeah, the flat stuff's better, but...
Colorful than that. Sweat zone.
Time for a top off on this tank.
Oh yeah.
Alright guys, so this is what I didn't show you that I got, but it's one of the big platinum alligator gars. He's about 24 inches. And they did an awesome job packing them. So I'm excited, and the cat has a hairball. You good? Are you good? Okay. So I'm gonna put them right. Hey, get upstairs, dogs. You guys go up. Get upstairs. Go. You go. So I'm gonna put them right in the 1100, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Temps are like identical, so I'm just gonna throw them in. They're like really identical. This is not gonna be easy. It's too big. Get a chunk out of one of his fins, but I think that'll heal up. There he goes. He's coming up. Oh. There he goes. Big gulp. It's a good sign. It's been a couple weeks, and this guy is doing absolutely great. As you can see, he's trying to see if he can eat the tail of my big hybrid there. He likes to go up and nudge stuff to see if it's food, but he has been doing great. I have been feeding him a lot just to kind of keep him happy, because he is a gator, and I'm not a big fan of keeping gators, as you guys may know, but I cannot resist keeping a nice platinum like this. His coloring is pretty awesome. He has a little bit of black speckling here and there, but for the most part, he looks pretty phenomenal. And he did have that chunk taken out of his pectoral fin there, and that has started healing up great. It's actually came back. A big triangular piece has already grown back just in the past like week or so. So I think that's gonna grow back completely, and I think he is just an awesome specimen. Ooh yeah, that was a nice big yawn from him. So I am so excited to have another one. What I ended up doing, and I don't remember if I talked about this in the footage of putting him in or not, but what I ended up doing was dropping the tank level as low as I could without affecting the pumps, so about 50%, and then deworming the entire tank. It's a good preventative to use Prazi Pro as a dewormer on your fish occasionally, at least once a year, I recommend. Anyway, so the whole tank got a nice treatment of Prazi Pro to try to make sure this guy is safe to put in. I did not have a good way of quarantining him, so that's why I wanted to just kind of treat the whole tank. And I'll keep an eye on everything, but he's an older fish, and they had him for a while. He seems very healthy. I don't think he was too much of a risk to toss in here, And the catfish and whatnot are all very hardy fish anyway, so I think I'm good to go. But I do like to quarantine everything that comes in, or at least try to give them a round of dewormer. So I have been really excited to share this platinum alligator gar with you guys. He's about 24 inches. It's taken a lot for me to not just like post glamorous pictures and videos of him eating and whatnot. So it's taken a lot for me to kind of keep him a little bit of a secret and not show him off. But yeah, I wanted to make that a surprise. I know people love the platinum alligator gars. They're kind of a collectible type of fish that people want to keep. And yeah, I'm really excited to have another one. And as for this other alligator gar that I took in as a rescue a few weeks back, I have a home lined up for him already, and the previous owner is fine with me rehoming him to a good home. So he's going to be going shortly. As you see, he looks great, actually. He's a very, very beautiful alligator gar. I love that pattern. He's not one of the darker ones. Looks really good, super responsive to eating and stuff. And we still have that big jelly cat down here. And if you notice, silver arowana is no longer in here. With that jelly cat and that alligator gar, I rescued also this silver arowana. They were all in a tank together from the previous owner, and he had a leak, so he had to rehome them quickly. As time went on with the silver arowana in quarantine with the alligator gar and the jelly cat, something was biting at him. I assume it to be the alligator gar, but he took some chunks out of fins, and I had had enough of that. I was not going to keep risking keeping them together any longer, even though they were in the previous tank together. I think maybe it was a little bit bigger of it. Well, I know it was a bigger tank that they were in. They had a little bit more room to get away from each other. So I chose to grow him out in the 300 behind me, and so far so good. He's eating really well in here. Nothing has been picking on him. You see he still has a split tail there. That was his injury from what I believe the alligator gar, but it's growing back pretty nicely. And again, he eats really good. He's super responsive. He thinks I'm gonna feed him right now, so seems really healthy, and I hope I can keep this one alive. My past history with arowanas has not been good this past year or so, so I have been trying to baby him. I was even worried about putting him in here, but there are some pretty tiny fish in here that seem to do well, so he's chasing around one of them right now. And to be honest, sorry you convict lovers, but if he picks off a convict, I will not be upset about it. So yeah, we're hoping he continues to do really well, and we will be watching him grow as time goes on. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I've got a couple of fish from upstairs that I'm actually going to add to this 300 now. I'm going to do that in the next video, and I think we can get away with putting them all in here into this 300 and have a really cool community tank. I've been hesitant to do it for a long time, and we're gonna try it. Hopefully it doesn't result in any problems, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna watch them closely. Anyway, I don't want to give away too much. We'll get into that in the next video, but thank you guys again as always for watching. I really appreciate all the comments, and you guys are really positive and always have been really supportive of me and the hobby, so I really appreciate that. And until the next one, I just ask you to please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.